Okay, so this equation, okay, if you have this equation, if you square both sides, you get this, very obviously, and this is easy to solve, you get x equals 7. But what do you do when you have this? Well, you square both sides, and you'd be tempted to write down this, but that would be wrong. What's wrong with this? We can't just square this and square this. You've got to square the whole thing. You've got to multiply this by itself. And when you do, you're going to get this. Okay? Because what you would have to do is you'd have to multiply this expression by itself. And when you multiply this expression by itself using the distributive law, you're going to have this square root times this square root. Well, that's this square root times itself. It's going to give you 2x minus 3, right? But then you're going to have the square root of 2x minus 3 multiplied by the square root of x plus 4. Okay? And then, of course, when you multiply square root of x plus 4 by this whole thing, you're going to have a square root of x plus 4 times the square root of 2x minus 3, giving you 2 times the square root of 2x minus 3 times the square root of x plus 4. And then that's added to x plus 4, and that equals 36. Okay? What are you going to do about that? You still have square roots. Well, what you do is add this to this, I've got 3x. Add negative 3 to 4, I've got 1, right? If I subtract that from both sides, that's going to give me 35 minus 3x. Okay? Now when I square both sides, I get 4 times 2x minus 3 times x plus 4 equals, okay, 35 squared. What's that? I think that's 1225. And that's minus 210x plus 9x squared. What kind of equation is that? Well, when I multiply these out, I'm going to get x squareds and x's and numbers, right? And here I got x squareds and x's and numbers, so that's a quadratic equation.
Oh, I did it right.
You still got to put that in the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. But you see what fun we're going to have.
I did it right.
Okay? Now, I'm probably not going to put that on the test.
Okay, good. 'Cause that
Okay?
took me about
But you
3
asked.
hours by itself.
Yeah, it was there as a little thing on the homework. I wanted to see what people would do with it. Okay? Because it's an important kind of equation. And we will run into it, but
No.
we're not going to see that on the major quiz. See that later.
On any of the major quizzes.
You what?
On any of the major quizzes.
Well, we have one major quiz, then we have a midterm test, then we have a final.
That's not a lot of grades. Okay.
In the midterm test, you probably will see something like that. Okay? And probably again on the final. It's not hard. You just got to look at it a little more slowly so you can think about what we just did.
You sound like